Shout out to all the VIP members watching this full interview on day one. If you're not a VIP and you waited a full year to watch, hit the join button right next to the subscribe button and become a member for just $2.99 a month. And if you haven't subscribed, you already know what to do. Enjoy the interview. FR, CEO of Right or Wrong, KVH Entertainment, you tapped through with PPhilms. What's the word, man?
Man, we out here working, man, putting numbers on the board. Y'all see what the fuck going on, hottest in the city.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Just let them know who you got to the side of you right now. I know he don't need no introduction, but just let them know what's going on.
You bigger than me, nobody. Mr. Everything Damn Show, Big Right or Wrong, KVH.
I don't care if you pretty.
Suck my dick.
Word. So boom, FR, I want to start. We see what you're doing in the industry right now, but I want to take it back to the beginning. I was looking at your work. I was doing my research, and I even see that you was doing music before in your past as well. I want to talk about that a little bit, but let's start with where you grew up, what it was like, and how you even got involved with the music.
So I grew up in Far Rockaway. It was rough out there like any other hood. I made my way to Brownsville probably when I was about like 16, 15. So yeah, I come from the gutter. We go from Far Rock to Brownsville. It don't get no better than that.
That's a fact.
And yeah, I was as far as me being an artist and shit, I was signed to Bubble like ENT. That's how I really kind of like got in the whole Brownsville way. They had signed me and shit. And we was working, we was lit. Like we was outside doing our numbers and shit. But at the time, I just felt like they ain't really know what they was doing as far as like marketing me as an artist, because they ain't really like know shit about no music. They was just some street niggas that was just getting money. Yeah. And they was just in a loop. So a lot of the shit that we was doing, we was learning as we was going. Feel me? So we made a lot of mistakes, but I'm blessed and I'm grateful for all those mistakes, because I was able to teach, you feel me, all my artists everything that I learned through my experience and feel me trying to be an artist.
That's what's up. You saying that you watched them make mistakes, so you learned certain things. What was some of the things you felt like you learned over there that you translated to your label now that these artists can benefit from?
So like, it's a lot of artists that's actually talented, but they just don't got no clout. You feel me? But it don't take away from the talent. And I feel like right now we're in an era where it don't really matter like how talented you are. Like if you ain't doing numbers, then it don't really matter. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I feel like what I learned, because around that time I ain't really have no clout like that, but I had good music. So a couple of my artists I found like that too. Like they ain't really, like they wasn't really doing no numbers like that at first. Like, you feel me? Like Tata, you feel me? When we first got Tata, he wasn't really viral. He wasn't really going crazy like that, but he had good music though. He was talented. So I learned to recycle the clout. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, get another artist that's kind of doing numbers. Make sure you put your artist that's already not really doing numbers but as talented, and you feel me, recycle the clout to make sure that they, you feel me, can catch up as far as with the numbers and all that.
Absolutely.
So that's just one of the things.
Got you. I speak to a lot of rappers now. A lot of people who's rapping, they're probably getting a little bit older, but they still holding on to that dream of rap, right? And when I tell them like, yo, why don't you try to pivot? Why don't you try to do something else, or try to invest in somebody who's younger or something? It's kind of hard for them to let go of that dream. For you, like, was it difficult for you to kind of pivot into now being a business owner as opposed to a rapper?
Nah, it was difficult because like when that shit is in your heart, like when you really love music and you really like, that's all you really know, it's kind of hard for you to even play the back. You feel me? And watch somebody else be the artist. But the way that I went into it was, I never was a nigga that was like scared to play the back or scared, because I learned early on that it's more than one way to get inside the crib than the front door. You feel what I'm saying? So just because I took the side right now, you feel me, that don't mean that I still can't come back and do something. Because at the end of the day, when you got money, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Absolutely. Honestly. Shit. So, Diddy rap, Master P rap,
exactly.
All of them rapping. So, word.
I kind of went into it like, I got to make money off this shit. Like, I'm not trying to go to work for nobody. I hate fucking 9 to 5. Like, I got to really figure it out. And that's kind of more so how I went into, like, changing me being a CEO into an artist.
Okay, cool.